The last 5 weeks have been a real interesting dive. We've broke down the poetry behind the music that does bring us closer to God. As you realize it, don't realize it, study. People have even come up to me and said, hey, I have managed to carry this on a little bit more and dive into it a little deeper. And that's very, very humbling. As I went through this week, I thought, well, let's break down the music instead of the poetry. The definition of music. At its core, music is the art of arranging sounds in time to produce a cohesive composition through melody, rhythm, harmony, and timbre. It serves as a universal form of human expression, communicating emotions, ideas, cultural traditions that transcend spoken language. How many of us have heard an out-of-tune guitar? Paul, you left me hanging. Play out of tune. You can do it. Ooh. How many times does life feel like that? Right? There's 6 strings to a guitar. The first string is a low E. That is your faith. You build a house, you don't use thin concrete, you use thick concrete. You build with strong blocks. That faith, that foundation that you build on through good times will always be there through bad times. Hebrews 11:6, and without faith it is impossible to please him, for whoever would approach God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him. With faith, you can do anything. The strongest of mountains can be moved, the toughest of tasks, the mornings where you just don't want to get up. With that faith, you can do it. You can move, and it can be possible. We also look at Matthew 21:22. Whatever you ask for in prayer with faith, you will receive. Faith. It's strong, and it is the biggest string and the biggest blocks to build life on. The next string up is an A string. Very soft, very nurturing. Just like that hug from your mom, just like that long-lost friend that you hadn't seen in a while. With family, it may not be chosen, it may not be birth, but it's still family. Scott talked about people that he served with, and he talked about it with reverence and love. Family, lifelong, it's always there for you. But with that, there is a balance. Too much of one, not enough another, things continually get out of tune. Your next string is your D string. It's located in the middle. That's your heart. The person you choose, the family you choose, the friends that you choose will make outside of your faith, they'll either amplify every other string or you slowly pull the whole instrument into an out-of-tune mess. As someone who's been divorced twice, the wrong person in your life will destroy you and make life just unbearable. The right person, we talk about Corinthians. That person that is perfect, love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious, love is not boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable. It keeps no record of wrongs. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. That balance in love will carry you through everything. There's a lot of couples in here that have been together forever. And that love has been a balance with their faith, with their family, with their friends. We also look at Proverbs 21:19. It is better to live in a desert island than with a contentious and fretful wife. Obviously, you guys don't have that fretful wife because you've had that balance to stick with them all these years. And I know nobody will agree, but it's obvious. Your fourth string is the G string. It's resilient. With faith, with love, family, you have to have that ambition and you have to have that resiliency. There's a lot of people in this world waiting for a permission slip to take an adventure. Have the ambition and go. Take the trip you've never taken. Visit the family that you haven't seen in a while. Make that phone call. Enjoy the life that you live. Every day seems to get faster and faster, and it's not going to slow down. But we have to maintain the harmonious balance, the cohesiveness of it all. If you look at John 16:33, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. How much more resilient and ambition can you have? I have conquered the world. What a great leader we serve that gives us that kind of hope, that kind of ambition, that kind of love, that kind of foundation in our faith. Also, James 1:12. Blessed is anyone who endures temptation. Such a one has stood the test and will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those that love him. To withstand the temptation, you can't get much more resilient than that either, because the world is full of it. But if we have balance with our faith, our family, our love, and our resilience, we get through it with a smile and a grace that is given to us every day. Your fifth string is a B string. Choose the local community. We have a wonderful community outreach at this church. 17 years. These people have dedicated to being here every Friday, taking care of the community. And in a world that's gone digital, be local. You see people online and they have 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, but how many people do they really know? You can be quite alone and still have a bunch of people online. Be local. This is where your faith is. This is where your friends are. This is where your family is, in your local community. If you look at Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 12, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ships, they have rope, and it is rope that is this thick, looped together to be this thick, and it's almost unbreakable. It's unbreakable because it's cohesive. It's together, steadfast and strong, just like our community is. As you get to know each other, your neighbors, your friends, your families, you realize everybody's strengths, everybody's abilities are different. Romans 12:4 through 8. For as in one body we have many members, and not all the members have the same function. So we, who are many, are one body in Christ, and individually we are members of one another. We have gifts that differ according to the grace given to us: prophecy and preparation to faith, ministry in ministering, the teacher in teaching, the encourager in encouragement, the giver in sincerity, the leader in diligence, the compassionate in cheerfulness. We are all different, but we all come together as one. As we come together in one, we all make music together. The last string is the high E. And that's retaining what makes you unique. In a world full of cover songs, we need more originals. Too many people try to be like each other as opposed to just being themselves. God created us each as individuals, gave us each our own strengths, our own passions, our own lives to lead. And that's what makes us all great, is that we can set aside our own personal differences and come together as a community, as a group. The 6 strings together, perfectly balanced, make perfect music. In our lives, we need to focus and strive for that balance. Our faith, our family, our ambitions, our resiliency, our community, and ourselves. We do that right, we will have a perfect community. We will all have as close to perfect in our lives and enjoy the lives that we do get to have for this short period of time as we go forward. I thought it was real neat how it all tied together. In one of the songs I did this month, one of the lyrics is, I may not know what I think I do, but there's something to some of it. And the more you read, the more you learn. And a wise man once told me, if you don't know something, teach it. The last 5 weeks, I have spent a lot of time learning, and I thank you all for welcoming me into your families, your community, your friendships, and your faith in this church. Going forward this week, generosity comes in so many ways. You can share a smile, a handshake, a cold drink. You can donate time. And I hope I don't sound like I'm preaching too hard, but if you have time, spend some time with the Center Street Kitchen. The people there, they are so amazing. Their excitement in life with literally nothing. The way they come out and are just happy to see you. The lessons we take from people who have nothing seem to be that they are the richest. If you have the way to donate funds, great. If you don't, share a smile, share a hug, share a laugh. For those things make us even richer than sharing of money. I tell people every day I'm too blessed to be stressed. And that is probably a great saying. Use it. People light up and laugh. And then I tell them, well, it's copyrighted. It costs you $0.05 a use, but I'll give you 2 days free. And that makes them laugh too. When you can leave somebody in a better place than where they were 5 minutes before, you've shared love. And that is a generosity in itself that most people don't get and most people don't understand. So as you go forward this week, take the little extra to be a little extra generous, and I hope that you guys find that perfect cohesive of all aspects of your life and all aspects of your days. Thank you, guys.